All right, everybody, we talked a little bit today. It's Romeo, and we talked a little bit today about a woman who had 5 kids. She was dating a guy. She had 5 kids with 5 different baby daddies, right? And the guy didn't want to marry her, so I don't know who's at fault, but we'll get into that a little bit. Then we talked about some of the standards that you guys have when it comes to dating and your options. Your options do change over the years based on a lot of different factors, but we'll get into it right now. Yesterday, some friends of mine, my buddy, he hits me up. He says, hey, stop by the restaurant if you're out running around. I just happen to be out running around, so I stopped by his restaurant, him and his wife's restaurant. They go, we bought you something. So I get there, and these fools, we talk about healthier food products, right? Because they really do pay attention to that. So they bought me some healthier food products that we had talked about. But one of the things they bought me these cookies because they had Romeo. They said Romeo's cookies, right? Or Romeo's whatever. I don't remember exactly what they said. But it cracked me up when I saw it. And the wife goes, yeah, I just had to buy them for you. They had your name on it. I was like, okay. And I really appreciate it. That's so nice. But you ever thought, how many of you have bought something just because it has your name on it? I mean, you know how many, and I don't know if they still do this. I haven't been to Six Flags in a while, or Universal Studios or somewhere like that, you know. But they used to sell the little license plates with your name on it, or they'd sell a bumper sticker with your name on it, and everybody would look for their name, or a keychain or something. I don't know if they still do that. But I was thinking about it. There's a couple of things that I have bought, or maybe you stole a sign because it had your name on it. It's hilarious, though. And this was the funniest one to me. I was in Napa a few years back with a bunch of friends, and we were doing a wine tour. We had a great limo driver. His name was Romeo. Romeo and his brother was, I think his brother was Juan. They owned a limo company, and they also had doing a little wine, a little wine thing. And he goes, hey, he named one of the wines after him, Romeo. So I said, well, I got to get me a bottle of wine. And so I buy a bottle of wine from him. It didn't cost much. And then we went somewhere else to another wine place to have lunch, and they had a bottle of wine that said Romeo's or something. Romeo, I think is what it was. His was called Romeo's, or I don't remember. I got to go look at them. But I bought it was like a $300 bottle of wine just because it had my name on it. I won't open it, but it's sitting in my house in my wine cabinet. I don't even display it. It just had my name on it. How many of you go into the store and you buy the Coca-Cola, the one that has your name on it? I mean, it's ridiculous. It's so funny when we see the things that we'll buy because, well, it has your name on it, right? RD42547-7. Have you ever done it? So what do you buy because it has your name on it? Good morning, Al. What's going on?
Top of the morning, Mr. Romeo.
Hey, what's going on, brother?
Hey, man, top of the morning, Mr. Romeo, man. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. What's up?
Man, man, today's a little holiday for all of us, man. I think we had to celebrate.
All right.
We're going to start drinking at the Sand Trap around 11, man.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
I'll see you there, man.
All right, man. Jesus. Oh, man, it's crazy. Good morning, Al. What's going on?
What's going on, Rome? Shelly Gilly.
What up, Gilly?
Hey, one time I was in West Covina, and I told them, hey, look at that. There's a big old yard sale. Let's go check it out. So I went and checked it out, and there was a beautiful Columbia jacket that they had there, but it had the name embroidered on it, Gilly. And I told the lady, oh, it's embroidered on there. She goes, yeah, that's the only reason I'm asking $5 for it. But it's a beautiful jacket if you get it taken off. And I go, you know what, I'll get it. And then, anyway, there's a mug there, too. And I said, who's Gilly, by the way? She goes, oh, it's my husband. And I said, oh. And we're heading out, and Annette sees something else. She goes, hey, Gilly, look at this. Oh. To the car. And the lady's laughing. She goes, oh, she called him Gilly because of the embroidery. I came up on that jacket.
Yeah, you did. That's hilarious,
and
Gilly.
The mug.
That's so
later,
funny.
Brother.
All right, man, later. It's just funny, man. We will, I didn't even think about that aspect of it. How you find something that you really like, but it has somebody else's name on it. Gilly got lucky. Already 42547-7. What did you buy? What did you buy just because it had your name on it? We all do it, you know. We still do it to this day. All right, 842-547-7. So some friends of mine, 842-547-7, they bought me some cookies yesterday because it said Romeo on it. And I thought it was funny because we do it. I bought things. I bought wine because it's had my name on it. I bought what else? I know there's more stuff that I bought because it said Romeo on it. But we all got the license plates or the whatever, the keychain, something. Already 42547-7. Rome. I don't know if I've bought anything with my name on it, but I've definitely bought something with my initial. Bought the original B from the Beverly Hotel, customer 2500 or what is it? Custom 2500, but name wise just a cake. Oh, I see. What is that? The B? Yeah, the initials is another thing. I mean, I know people that have taken road signs because they had their name on it, or what have you got? Already 42547-7. Just because it had your name on it, or what have you bought because it has your name on it? You know what I'm saying? Already 42547-7. What do you have right now? So some friends of mine, they bought me something the other day with my name on some cookies that said Romeo's on it. And I thought that's funny because you don't see a lot of stuff with Romeo on it, to be perfectly honest with you. But when you find it, you're like, I got a couple of bottles of wine that say Romeo wine or whatever. I don't even know what the name is, but it says Romeo on it. So we just do it. I don't know why. We all have bought something so silly. You know, some of you have things from Magic Mountain right now with your name on it, or bumper stickers with your name on it, or that little California license plate, you know, the one that's the size of a business card with your name on it. You guys all got it. Good morning, Nat. What's going on?
Hello, Romeo. This is Esmeralda.
Esmeralda, how hard is it for you to find something with your name on it?
Oh, my God. It is very hard. But let me tell you, I really don't buy anything with my name because it's so hard. But my parents, when The Hunchback of Notre Dame came out, of course they bought me everything because it was out everywhere and it had Esmeralda in it.
That's hilarious.
That was a mess, but yeah.
Yeah, I know. I've been around multiple friends of mine throughout the years where they will see the stupidest thing on a shelf, a keychain, a bumper sticker, or something with their name on. They'll go, I could never find anything with my name on it, so I gotta buy it.
Oh, no.
So do you have anything right now with your name on it?
Anything with my name on it? No, not really, no.
Okay. All right, Esmeralda. Thanks for calling.
I just wanted to share that story.
That's great. That shows your mom and dad love you.
Right?
Yeah. Ever go through your house? How much stuff have you bought just because it has your name on it, right? I mean, we just do it, whether it be some silly keychain, whether it be a little license plate. I mean, I have bottles of wine. What else do I have? Some cookies that some friends of mine just bought me the other day. I mean, it's crazy the things that we do just because. How many of you buy the sodas? You know, they put names on sodas. It's a brilliant marketing idea. Already 42547-7. Hey, Rome. Unfortunately, I will never be able to find anything with my name, Solicia, unless I have it created, and you'll never find another Solicia. All you have to do is put Solicia in Google browser, and I pop up, and I'm a nobody. I mean, that's true. There are a lot of you out there that, you know, your name is so unique that you'll never find anything with your name on it unless you customize it. But I guarantee you, Solicia, is that what she said? If you ever run into anything with your name on it, you'll buy it just because it has your name on it. It could be anything. It could be fake dog poop with your name on it, and you'll buy it because your name's on it. It could be the stupidest thing in the world. And whatever that stupidest thing in the world is, if it has your name on it, I guarantee you'll buy it, right? All right, good morning, Romeo. I bought a razor and body wash that had my name on it. Guess it's a new brand that came out called Athena. Now, see? It's fun. Is it any good? But it's just, that's who we are. That's what we do. We buy stuff. We don't even know. We don't even care. It could be at the dollar store. It could be at the swap meet. It could be anywhere. It could be the most expensive or the least expensive item, especially if you have a unique name that you never see anywhere. Okay, it's crazy what we will do. It's so fun. You send me here. Good morning, Rome. I'm in a bit of a situation right now, and I honestly could use your advice. So for the past 6 years, I've been with this wonderful man. I have 5 kids with 5 different fathers. The fathers of my children come around from time to time, and my boyfriend was okay with it, and he stepped up. He has become the father of my kids and has been kids have been needy. I'm glad to get along. I'm glad he gets along with my kids, and I love him, Romeo. However, the other night we got into an argument. The argument was about marriage. I told this man, so when are you going to get on one knee and pop the question or announce an engagement? You've been together how long? 6 years? Okay. And it's like seeing a ghost. He took me to the room and sat me down and told me, I don't plan on marrying you. Being a girlfriend is all you're going to be, nothing more. I love your kids and I treat them as my own, but I don't want to marry a woman with 5 different fathers. It's not the kids' fault, so don't blame them. You should have thought of that before you let unworthy men have sex with you that had no intention of a relationship with you. After that, he just left. I haven't seen or heard of him since Thursday of last week. Romeo, I should move on from this man and try to find a man that's willing to give me and my kids a life that I want for all of us. Or should I just settle for this man? Because I believe that it'll be hard to find a man that's willing to accept me, my kids and I. So you have 5. Wow, that's... Well, I'm going to put it to you like this, and this is what I want. Why did you rock the boat would be my question. I mean, if everything was going great, and if you actually believe that you and your 5 kids are it's going to be complicated for you to find a man that's going to step up like your boyfriend is doing now, if you really believe that, then why would you rock the boat? Why wouldn't you just ride it out? Why wouldn't you just, enjoy the life you're living right now with your 5 kids? Okay, why did you have to bring marriage up? That would be my first question, all right? My other thing is, I mean, if you truly want to be married and a man to marry you, I think he's wrong for what he said. I think he's wrong to say that 5 kids, 5 different fathers, okay. People will say you made a mistake. People will say you should have known better. But the bottom line is, it is what it is. You're where you're at now in life. So if you're looking for a good man to settle down with, then obviously, hopefully you know what that looks like, right? And to me, that guy's not the guy because he doesn't want to marry you. So it just depends on what perspective you come from on where you should go with it. Just depends on what you believe. Do you believe you can find another man that will step up, marry you, take on 5 kids? How old are your kids? How long are they going to be in the house? I mean, I think that there is how good of a woman are you? I mean, there's a lot of questions that need to be answered before I can sit there and say, yes, you need to stick it out with this man, or no, you need to leave. I don't know how you feel or what you bring to the table except 5 kids. So you got to think about all that. Already 4254777. All right. What do you guys think about this lady? 5 kids, 5 different fathers. Good morning. What's up?
Yo, Ron.
What up, man?
What is that lady asking?
What's that?
What is that lady asking for?
Well,
She wants a traditional marriage, but she's not a traditional girl.
Well, that's a good way to put it. You're right. You're right.
You know what I mean? And then she's gonna be bitter, and she's gonna start singing that song, I could buy myself flowers.
Well, I mean, yeah, you're right, but maybe, hey, look, man, mistakes happen, all right? If we're going to call them, we can call a mistake, we'll call it a mistake, or things happen in life, and sometimes people change. Maybe she's ready to find something. Maybe she was always trying to find that traditional marriage. It didn't work out the first 5 times.
Well, if it didn't work out the first time, she should have held it out for the second time. And now the 5th time, I'm like, nah, man, she's totally wrong.
All right, man. All right. Later. I mean, I don't know what to say because you're going to judge her based on, I'm trying not to judge her like you guys judge her, okay? So she got 5 kids, 5 different dudes, and yet she had a man who was willing to take care of. Her man of 6 years. They've been together. They've been doing good. He's been taking on the responsibility of the 5 kids, taking on the responsibility of her. But she might have stepped over. She might have pushed it a little too far. She said, "When are you going to marry me?" Well, maybe you shouldn't have said that. I don't know. I don't know for sure. Okay. But I guess he told her straight up, "Hey, I'm not going to marry you. You got 5 kids. I'm not the one. It's not your kid's fault. You should have thought of that before you let unworthy men have sex with you that had no intention of a relationship with you." After that, he left. She hasn't seen him since Thursday. So, I mean, she doesn't know if she should stay with him or not. Or look for somebody else. I mean, but I'm going to tell you right now, if you really want to get married, then you need to look for somebody else because this man told you he doesn't want to get married. Okay? He straight up told you. But if he's been stepping up, why would you, push the envelope? Why would you try to go, why would you do that? I mean, your lot in life just might be where you're at right now. A man who's willing to love you, take care of your kids, and not marry you. That might be where you're at right now. Okay? And maybe later he'll marry you. I don't know. But that might be your lot in life. Already 4254777. All right, so I got a text message from a lady who's looking for a little bit of help, right? She says that she's got 5 kids, 5 different men, and she's been with a guy for 6 years. Well, she asked the guy, when is he going to propose to her? And he set her aside, sat her down and said, "Look, I'm not going to marry you. Not your kid's fault." And he said it. He was very specific about the fact, right? He says, "I don't want to marry a woman with 5 different fathers. It's not the kid's fault. You should have thought of that before you let unworthy men have sex with you that had no intention of your relationship." After that, he left. She hasn't seen him since Thursday. So should she pursue him or should she look for another guy? I mean, he's been there 6 years. He doesn't want to marry you. I don't see why you would, I think he flew too close to the sun. And here's my thing. If she honestly believes those 5 kids are baggage and she's going to have a hard time finding another man, then you need to accept this man after 6 years. If he treats you good and he's taking care of your kids in whatever capacity you say he is, in a positive way, then you should have just stuck with the situation and not tried to change it, okay? Because that might be some of us or all of us. We have to understand where our lot in life is, okay? Alrighty, 4254777. Man, Rome, 5 kids with 5 different baby daddies. She's about 3 different baby daddies, too much. She should have been quiet because honestly, most guys wouldn't have dated her. The delusion of this woman to push marriage when she never demanded it from 5 different men who she gave children to. Him accepting them was a good cause. He can never discipline those kids, but still give his love to her and his 5 kids. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, right? I mean, you got to understand where you're at in life, right? I'm just saying, I don't know. Or maybe you can go find another man who's going to take on that responsibility. I don't know what you bring to the table because I'm going to tell you right now, a woman can bring certain things to a table with 5 kids and men won't care how many kids she's got. Already 4254777. This woman, 5 kids, 5 different baby daddies, her man of 6 years. she asked him why, if they were ever going to get married. He said no. She doesn't want to date. She doesn't want to marry a woman with 5 different baby daddies, right? Now she doesn't know what to do, whether to try to keep the relationship or move on. Already 42547-7. Good morning, Hot. What's going on?
Yeah, she shouldn't pursue him. Let him alone.
Let him go?
Yeah, she don't. My grandma always told me, don't let no man tell you more than once that he don't want you, and he told her that he don't want her. So leave him alone, baby. You don't need no man. You don't need to look for no man.
Well, what if she wants one?
If she wants one will find her. She don't need to look for nothing. Why are you searching for something that you don't even know what you want? Because if that was the situation, you would have had that conversation with him 6 years ago before you got into this relationship. What is your 5-year goal with me? What is your 10-year? Just like a job.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not saying that the relationship is a job, but if you're looking for somebody to marry you, wouldn't you think that you would want to have this conversation with the person that you're sleeping with?
I do not disagree with you. You make a very valid point. Okay. All right.
So
all right.
It is what it is. Tell her, baby, don't do it.
All right. Thanks for calling.
All right.
Bye. I mean, she makes a valid point. If your ultimate, you didn't know what you wanted. If your ultimate goal wasn't if your ultimate goal was to get married, you might want to have that conversation. Yeah, she might be right about that. Oh, so I got a text message from a lady who said she's in a little bit of a situation right now. For the past 6 years, she's been with a wonderful man. She's got 5 kids by 5 different baby daddies. Father of my children come around from time to time. The boyfriend's okay. He stepped up. He's been a good man. Well, she said, when are we going to get married? They got in an argument about marriage, right? Which I don't know if I'd have brought that issue up if everything was going good. And he basically sat her down and told her straight up, hey, I love the kids. It's not their fault, but I'm not going to marry a woman with 5 different fathers. It's not like the kid's fault. You should have thought of that before you let a bunch of unworthy men have sex with you and had no intention of a relationship with you. After that, he left. She hasn't seen him in a few days, so now she doesn't know. Should she still stay with him? Settle for this man because I believe that it's hard to find a man that's willing to accept my kids. So that's the question. How do you feel about it? Well, I'm going to tell you this, and there's a lot of you, I'm going to read this right now. Hey, Rome, it's going to take a special kind of loser to marry this woman. She's better by getting a lot of child support and food stamps, maybe somehow income housing. I'm going to tell you, this is where I say a special kind of loser. You don't know what kind of woman she is, okay? This woman might have had 5 baby daddies. We don't know what her experiences are. We don't know what she's learned or not learned. We don't know where she's at in life right now, other than she's got 5 kids by 5 different men. She may end up being the perfect spouse for some man. Okay? You're judging her based on 5 kids. She may end up being a better woman than you're with right now, who has no kids. Or there's a lot of you guys out there with women who you married, who you have kids with that are your kids, and she treats you like crap. You know? You don't know how this woman treats a man. You don't know. So to judge her based on that makes you kind of foolish. We have no idea how she would treat a husband. Okay? She might be an amazing woman that, wakes up naked, ready to go for him, making his lunch, going to work. Or going to work all day, making good cash and taking care of the household. We don't know. We don't know anything about this woman. So you're judging her based on past discretions. How many of you, and I always love it when you judge people on past discretions, because all of you guys think your wives are saints and you just don't know about their past discretions. Alrighty, 42547-7. Hey, Romeo, looks like he made the decision already. What is she thinking about? She should try to work it out. Didn't she say he left and hasn't heard from him? Really, not much to say. Yeah, maybe it's already done. I don't know. Already 42547-7. ADD syndrome, Rome, all different daddies. Yeah, she do got 5 kids by 5 different men. So she did say that. Yo, Rome, it might be worth the struggle. What are you talking about? She got to have good, you know what, bro, stuck around this long. Just marry her. It might be worth it. Oh, I see. Well, I mean, if he doesn't want to marry her, he doesn't want to marry her. I understand it. So you can't blame him. At least he was honest with her, but she does have 5 kids by 5 different men, and maybe he doesn't want that, which you're right, though. You know, he's already dating her, so I guess, I don't know. They were dating for a while now. Yeah. I don't know. Just because you date someone like that doesn't mean that you want to marry that person, right? I mean, they both make legitimate points. I don't think she's wrong, but I also don't think he's wrong. So maybe it is time. Maybe it is time for him to leave and her to go find somebody. But sometimes you got to understand, man, you come with, I don't want to call kids baggage because they're not necessarily baggage, but sometimes you come with baggage when you get into a relationship. And, you know, what are you going to do? I mean, yeah, you got to accept, sometimes you might have to accept, sometimes you just might have to accept where you are in life at this point, right? If you're like I did, you know, you see all these women online on these social media sites. Oh, I just got divorced at 62. What do you think? Or I just got divorced at 50. You tell me if I look good. I mean, they're so desperate for attention. But the reality is you got divorced at 60, 50 or 60. Why? What is wrong or what happened that made you do that to the extent that somebody else might want you? You just never, it happens for men too. I mean, at a certain point, if you're a deadbeat pothead and you never got a job and you're sitting at home living with your mom at 40 and you're wondering why you can't get a woman, I mean, well, you made your bed, you got to lie in it. So nobody seems to think about that. They just blame everybody else instead of thinking about what they did to cause their situation, whatever that means. It's Romeo already 4254777. Hey, Rome, wait. Are all 5 baby daddies on child support? That might be some monetary incentive, buddy. Won't ever have to work. Well, I mean, yeah, I don't know. That's funny. Hey, Rome, I think maybe the guy finally found his exit and he's not coming back. I mean, I guess. Do you really have to find an exit? Good morning, Hal. What's going on?
You better get ready to hear a lot of this. You're not my dad, Raider Dave. You're not my dad. Those are the kind of women he likes.
Oh, yeah.
Later, brother.
Later. Alright, 4254777. Rome, I'm pretty sure I know this woman. She's 5'2", 298. I know exactly who and what kind of person this is. Bakersfield is her. If he stays with her, it's about to be he's about to be baby daddy number 6, and she'll be on the next one. I don't know about all that. Yeah, I don't know about all that. But I would think you have to understand, right? Where you have to change you might have to change your dating pool. I mean, the way she makes it sound is that he's the one that's in the wrong because he doesn't want to get married. So, I mean, is he really though? I mean, you do have 5 kids by 5 different men. Maybe he doesn't, being your boyfriend and being a good guy to your children, like you said he is, maybe that's all you're going to get out of him. You know, and according to him, that's all you're going to get out of him. He's never going to marry you. So what does that mean? Does that mean he's ever going to leave you? Does that mean that he's, or maybe he's just going to stay with you forever? Or maybe he'll marry you after the kids are grown up and they're gone? I don't know what that, I mean, I don't necessarily know what he's saying to you, but neither do you. But when you start to look at something and you go, wait, this is me. This is who I am today, right? Your dating pool changes. If you have 5 kids by 5 different baby daddies. You know, the guy that's 6'2" with abs and a 6-figure income, he's not looking at you. You know, you might have to take a dude that's 5'9" with a beer belly and a job. You know, I mean, that's just, you got, and a lot of you don't do that. You think that you can get better than what you can get. And that's just not the case. So why did you rock the boat? That back to that stage, but why did you rock the boat? You know, if everything was going along smooth, why did you have to say, well, now I got to get married? That's a good question. Already 42547-7. But a lot of you got to know what you can get. Okay. And a lot of you don't. A lot of you, what you do is you think that, well, this attractive man or woman won't go out with me. And so you blame all men or women instead of going, wait a second, maybe I'm not there. Maybe I'm the one that needs to look at what is attracted to me. Alrighty, 42547-7. So a lady with 5 kids, five kids, 5 different baby daddies. She had a guy, she was dating him, and they were dating for a few years. And apparently she wanted to get married. So she said that he told her he doesn't want to get married. He's not into her in that way. He likes it, but he didn't want to get married. So she doesn't know what to do. Well, I don't know what to do. But the thing is, when you start to look at what your options are based on where you're at in life right now, I mean, she could be hotter than heck. You know, she could be amazing, hot at everything, best everything, right? But 5 kids with 5 different baby daddies, that changes what's available to you for good or for bad. I mean, it does. Unfortunately, there's nothing you can do about it. But a lot of you don't see that. A lot of you don't see that what's available to you changes over the years. And you need to recognize that. Doesn't mean you can't be happy. Doesn't mean you can't necessarily get, well, yeah. You might not get exactly what you wanted, but you might be able to get a version of what you want that makes you happy. Good morning, now. What's going on?
Romeo.
Yeah, what am I?
Tell them make a list of what they want out of a spouse. Take a realistic look in the mirror, then scratch half of that list away, and go find somebody to make them happy.
That's cool, man.
I'm being real, and I'm not in the dating pool. I was blessed enough to find a woman that she don't even know what a door handle feels like no more, because I open it every time.
Well, I mean, yeah. You're absolutely right, though. It's funny that you said that, though. But yes, you need the list needs to change as you change, and I think a lot of people don't understand that they don't realize that their dating pool changes based on their behavior and what happens with them, their experiences. So, well, I guess we'll see what happens, right?
Yep.
All right. Already 42547-7. He's right. If you make a list of the things that you want out of your man or out of your woman at 21 or 25, that list's gonna, if you ain't got a man by then, the list is going to look different at 26. The availability of the people that want you changes based on you. And a lot of you don't understand that. A lot of you still think, well, you know, I was the hot thing at 25 and now I'm 45 and I'm still alone. Well, maybe you need to take a deeper look in yourself and find out why you're still alone, you know? And then if you want somebody, you're going to have to figure out, well, what is available to me at this point? Because it changes. Hey, good morning, Rome. These fools talking, if they talking nonsense, the only way to know is by seeing a picture of her, because the dude's out there marrying porn stars. Oh, there's dude out there marrying porn stars. Okay. I always think it's funny, by the way, when you guys talk about, a woman who's had a lot of sex, because you make it seem like your woman hasn't had a lot of sex. So that's the stupidest thing. Throw me outside. Already 42547-7. What'd you send me here? Good morning, Romeo. Hey, I feel like in her situation, I feel he knew her situation to begin with, so why lead her on and a girl in a relationship with her and get in a relationship with her? He's already playing house. Why not put a ring on it? Well, I mean, that's a fair assessment. You're not lying. You know, he knew what he was getting into. She had 5 kids, 5 different baby daddies. But if he doesn't want to get married, you can't force him to get married. You know, I mean, so what? Marriage isn't the ultimate goal for him. I guess in today's day and age, for a lot of people, marriage isn't the ultimate goal. So, I mean, she found out. The thing about it is she found out, okay? So now she knows he doesn't want to marry her. And he will never marry her is what he's saying. So, like I said, neither one of them are wrong. I get what you're saying. He knew what he was getting himself into, but shouldn't she have also known what she was getting herself into? So I can't argue with either one of them for how they feel about it. But at a certain point, you have to be realistic about what's available to you, okay? And a lot of you aren't. The things that are available to you when you're younger are not necessarily available to you when you're older, or when you have this type of job or that type of job, or when you have kids, or when you have, weight issues, or when you have health issues, or when you have pick anything, when you have exes, or whatever the case may be, family members that are involved, or, So you have to look at those things, and a lot of you don't. And then instead of understanding you blame the opposite gender, or you blame the people that don't want to be with you, when it's you gotta take some accountability for you. Come on now, what's going on?
Romeo, tell her to don't ruin a good thing.
Oh, she might have already done it. I don't know.
Tell her don't go chasing waterfalls. Stick to the rivers and lakes she's used to.
Let her know. All right. Jesus. RD4254-7-7. Romeo. Yes, these women need to be realistic. For instance, I was young with 2 kids already, bunch of baby daddy drama from him. Anyway, I took a cute guy, no kids, didn't have the best job or a car, helped him grow, encouraged him, helped him become an electrician. We live good now. Added 2 more kids. Anyway, moral of the story is stop chasing these guys with the money and flashy cars. Give the nice guy a chance. It might work out for you. Yeah, I mean, but the point is this. The point is that I'm just going to go on your story, and you can tell me when I'm wrong about it. Your option at that point was this guy who didn't have a lot going on, and then you helped him become the guy that you wanted. Okay? That's different than saying, you're right, chasing the money. If you're 30 with 2 kids and you're over here chasing, 6'2" with a 6-pack and house in Seven Oaks, he's not available to you, because there are 25-year-olds with no kids and smoking hot bodies, and even if you got a smoking hot bodies who are waiting for him. And that's just life. So you have to understand what's available to you. You have to understand what your options are with who you are. I'll tell you a funny story. When I first got into radio, I was the young, hot DJ on the biggest station in the town. I was still in college. I got the night show. I was young. I was hot. They were sending me to all the clubs, right? So I meet this girl. She's the Bud Light girl or the Coors Light girl, whatever night it was. You remember they used to send girls out for, hot girls out in bikinis to promote whatever product it was. The newest alcohol, the newest shot, the newest beer, whatever it was, right? So every Friday and Saturday night, I had to go host clubs. Well, I meet the girl. She kind of looked like, that girl, the mom from Landman, Allie Leiter, the one who's married to Bill. She basically looked like her, smoking hot. And we started dating for a little bit, but it was never gonna be anything other than dating for a little bit. But I knew that because I was never gonna be, this girl, her mom was from a rich family. Her dad was like the chief of the FBI California division or something crazy like that, right? She lived on this huge property, all this, and I'm 5'9", she right now, to this day, she's married to like a 6'2" ex-Marine, who's got some great job and they live, you know what you're dealing with. You have to know what's available to you, and she was never going to be available to me. Well, I was going to get her to move to Bakersfield. Come on. It was never going to happen, but we were both young. I had a cool job. I was in, she had whatever she was doing. But it was never going to last more than a few months because there was going to be so much more available to her, richer, hotter men that were going to want her. And, that's life. You guys can talk about love and all you want, but at a certain point, love matters. That's why you see all these hot couples who are fat now, because love kept them together. Love got them fat, right? But you got to understand what's available to you, what your options are, wherever you are in life, at whatever point you are in life. RD 42547-7. Hey, Rome, I'd like to know if the conversation about marriage happened before he said he wouldn't marry her. Did she know he wasn't wanting to marry marriage since the beginning? No, she said in the text message, she said that when are you going to marry me? And he said, I'm not. So she brought up the idea of marriage and he said, I'm not going to marry you. Now, the thing though is this, is it because of the 5 kids with the 5 different baby daddies, or is it because he never wants to get married? There are people out there that don't want to get married, And I want to say they were 5 or 6 years in or something like that, something crazy. If I don't have the text message in front of me anymore, but shouldn't that be something you talk about sooner than later? About, hey, are you willing to get married so you know what you're getting yourself into? That's the problem. A lot of people don't understand what they're getting themselves into. A lot of you don't have conversations of saying, hey, do you want kids? Do you want marriage later down the line? You just assume, or I don't know. But the other thing is you guys are unrealistic sometimes about what is available to you. Like I said, let me throw you a different scenario because I've seen this scenario play out before. People who don't want to stay, people who have a life, I'm not a life, but people who have a plan in their life. I want to move to this town someday and do this job. Okay. But right now we live in Bakersfield. If you meet a girl in Bakersfield who tells you from the beginning, hey, I want to eventually move to, pick a town in the country, and I want to do this, then from the get-go, she might not be the one unless you're willing to leave Bakersfield and move with her. So you can't be upset when it comes time for that. So maybe if you're somebody, and I see this happen all the time in Bakersfield, if you don't want to leave your town, your parents live here, your friends live here, if you don't want to leave this town, don't marry somebody who there's a possibility, or don't date somebody where there's a possibility they're going to leave and then get mad at them because, hey, the opportunity came and we out. You can't do that. You have to be smarter than that. So there's a lot of different factors when you start dating somebody that none of you look at. And then you wonder why you're alone. And instead of being honest with yourself, you blame the other person. Man, you got to stop doing that. You're just going to be miserable your whole life. All right, 842-547-7. Hey, Rome, based on what you're saying, you're telling people to lower their standards so that they'll be in a relationship? No. I'm not telling you have to lower your standards, but I'm telling you might have to change them. If you're 25 and smoking hot right now, and you're looking at a guy who's, in the gym every day, working out, got him a great job, making some legitimate real money, looks like a, six-pack chiseled abs and all that. Yeah, take your shot. But if you're 35 and you have a divorce under your belt and a couple of kids, yeah, that guy, that 6'2" with abs, he's not looking at you because he doesn't have to. So, but you might be able to find a guy, 5'9", got a little beer gut, making some legitimate money just like the 6'2" guy, but, he might be interested in you. That's probably a little more your availability. He's probably your option more than the other guy. But that's what I'm saying. Not lower your standards. You're gonna have to change your standards. It's just a fact of life. Already 42547 about the baby mama with 5 different baby daddies. The guy won't marry her. Rome, men will be okay having 5 different baby mamas, but won't accept a woman with 5 baby daddies. I mean, sure. I mean, what's your point behind that? There are women out there that have kids that would never get with a guy who has kids. I mean, the hypocrisy is real all around, but that's the world that you live in. I mean, what I don't know what your point is. Other than, I mean, you're trying to make a guy look like a hypocrite. Yeah, he is. But the guy that won't marry the woman with 5 kids from 5 different men doesn't have any kids. So I don't know how that applies to this situation, but the hypocrisy is real for men and women. So, I mean, how can you be, you got all these women running around nowadays. Oh, he's got to be 6 foot. He's got to have a 6-pack. He's got to have a 6-figure job, and what do you bring to the table? So that's all I'm saying. You have to understand what is available to you based on who you are at this point in your life. And a lot of you don't. Instead, you just get mad and blame the hypocrisy. Okay? If a guy has had a baby with a woman who has 4 other baby daddies, and some woman is willing to take that on, well, okay. Already 42547. Yo, Rome, my motto in life: bigger the panza, the bigger the chanza. Okay. The problem is, most of you don't understand what you bring to the table. Okay, you have to understand that you can't sit there and say, "I want this," when you're not worth this. You're not worth that. It's just, it's unrealistic. And you guys get mad and blame society as opposed to blaming yourself. Doesn't mean you can't be happy. Doesn't mean you can't even get what you want out of life and have a very good life. It just means it may not be the fairy tale that you thought it was going to be. And when I say that, I just mean the guy might not be Prince Charming. He might be the sidekick. And you still might have a great life. Already 42547. Nah, Romeo, huge difference between just dating, living together, and getting married. The dude is wrong. It's not called lowering your standards. It's called being realistic with yourself. If you ugly dude, you better make good money. And if a girl is ugly or unattractive with her body, with a bad body, she can expect good-looking dudes with money. You ain't right. You ain't lying about that. There's a lot of women out there, a couple of them, that know they're not the most attractive and work their asses off to have great bodies. Only advice I could give anyone is stay in your lane, bro. Well, you got to stay in your lane. I mean, but a lot of you don't want to, and you guys are bitter about why you can't get exactly what you want. Well, because you're not worth exactly what you want anymore, if you ever were. RD 42547. Hey, Rome, you're absolutely right. I'm 32 years old. I got a really good job, make more than 6 figures. I work out constantly. I'm a good-looking guy, over 6 foot, and I can get any girl I want. Why would I have to settle for somebody who brings something to the table that I'm not interested in? Exactly. I mean, he's right. I know he sounds arrogant by sending me that text message, but he's right. You know, he doesn't have to, a woman with 5 kids and 5 different baby daddies is not going to get him because he doesn't have to deal with that. I mean, you guys all, I like what the last guy said. You just got to stay in your lane, man. You got to know what your options are. Everybody has different options, but when you don't know them, you get bitter and you blame everybody else that you can't get what you want. Well, you can get what you want if you just, would have taken that opportunity. All right, what was your text here? Hey, Rome, women don't want to hear the truth. The truth is their worth in the dating would go down for guys depending on age and how many kids. Except, yeah, it does. I mean, unfortunately, the shelf life of women changes, based on a lot of factors. Your age, exes, kids, weight. I mean, it just is what it is, And about the only thing that doesn't bring you down is your job. Is about the only thing. But I mean, unfortunately, there's nothing you can do about it. Unfortunately, it just is what it. You can understand it and work with it, and still make something of your life from a relationship standpoint. Good morning, now. What's going on?
What's up, Romeo? Hey, I have a similar situation. I dated this girl that had 2 kids, but one baby daddy. But she wasn't attractive, but she had a good job. She was take care of herself. But I looked at myself and man, I work out, I have a good job as well. Why am I gonna?
Why did you date her to begin with? Why did you go out with her to begin with?
She would talk to me, and I'll talk to her back, and then she kind of asked me out, and one thing led to another.
But you said she wasn't good looking?
She was all right.
Oh,
she was
okay.
Okay. She wasn't ugly for me not to go out with her, but she wasn't.
But you were better looking than her?
I would say, yeah.
Okay. All right.
People would tell me, too, hey, man, I think you're setting your standards too low. But at the end of the day, bro, I feel like any girl that has kids, if you're good looking or whatever, you can get any guy that comes your way. They're not going to be 10 guys, like good looking guys, but they're going to be guys coming at some girls.
A girl can get a guy. That's not a problem. It's just what type of guy is she going to get. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that. All right, man.
It's always going to be hard for a guy to get a girl. Always.
It's going to be harder. Yeah, I would agree with that. All right, man. Thanks for calling. I mean, I'm sure Brad Pitt never had a problem getting a girl, or pick your superstar, celebrity, sexy man. I'm sure there's a lot of sexy guys in Bakersfield, good-looking guys in Bakersfield that don't have a hard time getting a girl, but. There's just a lot of factors in it. You guys don't look at those factors. I mean, if, yeah. All right, 842-547-7. That's so much involved in this. And if you guys understood what I was talking about, you guys would have way better lives. It would just be way better. All right, 842-547-7. Yo, Rome. Why you got to bring money into it? What about love? And communication and respect? Well, because money matters. Money matters. I'm sorry, it matters. It doesn't. I know you guys say, oh, well, we love each other. Money don't buy happiness. Well, a lot of broke people aren't happy. Sure helps. But money matters, okay?
Hey, what it do, Ron?
What up, man?
Well, I'm going to tell you, man, I'm just your mild manner everyday player, from Bakersfield, but I'll be knocking them down by the ones, by the twos, by the threes,
Okay.
All you got to do is just believe in yourself, and everybody else can believe in you.
Are you getting quality or quantity?
I mean, does it matter as long as you win?
Well, it depends on what you're looking for.
It depends on how much time I have. That's what it is. It depends on how much time I have.
Okay. All right.
You know. That's all I'm saying, man. If you believe, you can achieve. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, a woman with 5 kids by 5 baby daddies is not going to get the same quality as a 25-year-old who's smoking hot.
Well, that just depends. Does she have something? Does somebody have something that she wants, or does she have something that somebody else wants? You know, she might got some sunshine.
Yeah, but so does everybody else without 5 kids. That's the thing. There's nobody that is better than anybody. Well, that's being too generalistic, but there is.
Just remember, Romeo, we all have flaws.
Yes, but there's but what you have to understand is there are women out there who might have the same flaws as another woman, but one might be older, one might be younger, one might be better looking, one might be in better shape, one might not have kids, one might have less kids. That's what I'm trying to say.
As long as they don't have the same flaws as me, we can figure something. We can meet in the middle.
All right,
but
man.
if we both got the same flaws, then we ain't getting nowhere. If she's fat and I'm ugly, we can make that work. But
All
if
right,
we both
man.
fat, it ain't gonna work.
All right, man. Get out of here. All right. 842-547-7. So, what do you got here? Hey, Rome, money might or buy happiness, but it can't. But it can rent it. Money might. I don't even know what you said there, but okay. Money matters when it comes to the world. Hey, Rome, he's definitely getting quality, not quantity. Oh, wait. Quality? No, he's definitely getting quantity, not quality, right? All right, 842-547-7. Hey, good morning, Romeo. I totally agree with everything you're saying. They just need to be upfront and tell whoever they're dating that they are not interested in marriage. Absolutely. I mean, that's something you got to have a conversation about from the beginning, right? All right. Already 42547-7. Yo, Rome, can I tell you something? The dating scene in Bakersfield is much more challenging for women than it is for men. Let me explain myself. There's more competition out there. I am a single divorced woman. With 2 kids. I married my high school sweetheart. It didn't work out. My kids are in high school. I am in great shape. I work out hard. I look amazing. But I am in my 40s, and it is hard for me to compete with a woman in her 20s or 30s who doesn't have any kids or an ex-husband. So that's what makes dating competitive in Bakersfield. These guys out here can pick me, or they can pick a 10-year they can pick a version of me that's 10 years younger. Now, like the last caller said, any woman can get a man. It's that simple. But what kind of man are you looking for? So, Rome, you're not totally wrong, but just let everybody know these women need to understand it's more competitive for women in the dating game in Bakersfield. I agree with you. You're absolutely right. Hey, Rome, I don't believe that lady who just told you that competition for men in Bakersfield is harder for women than it is for men. It is. She's right about what she's saying. And men can get a man easier, right? Because there's always some loser out there who can't get none, and a woman can just walk up and get him. But a quality man, the competition's tough, man. She's right. If you're 40 and got it going on, guess what? There's a 30-year-old who's got it going on too and is younger. So you got to understand. I think she's absolutely right when she says the competition's harder for women. Some lady texted me and told me that competition was harder for women when it comes to dating and finding a good man. And it's hard. It is hard because men are a little bit simpler, you know. women know what they want. And if you want something, you have a younger, better version of you. Well, I shouldn't say better, but there's always a younger version of you out there that can get what you want. And she's right. The reason she said it was because she said she was married her high school sweetheart, was in her 40s, got divorced, had a couple of kids. And she says she's a hot mom, you know, so it's hard for her because she's right. There's a 10-year-old, there's a version of her that's 10 years younger without the kids, without the ex who's out there, you know, fighting for the same guy. So it is tougher. Already 4254777. Hey, Rome, that woman that told you that the woman that called and said competition is harder for women out here is absolutely right. I'm not even a great looking guy. I'm probably a 6 or a 7. I don't work out, but I do have a great job. I have a house. I have a car. I have everything that a woman would want. No kids, never been married. I'm 37 years old and I have no problem getting dates. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's the truth. All right.
Romeo in the Morning.
Every morning.
On Hot 94.1.